Oh my gosh, there's this deer right here. It just tripped me the fuck out.
Hello, dear. You are welcome here. I'm like locking eyes with this deer right now, staring into its soul.
Well, this deer is very curious to what I'm doing now. It's like checking me out.
I come in peace, I swear. I'm not of any harm.
That is so odd. Well, he's probably gonna sit here and watch me make this video. Hey there, internet viewers. Just me, that guy that makes videos that no one watches. Enjoying nature. Came out to the wilderness today. Sit in this nice weather, somewhere in Iowa. Nebraska's behind me. I can see it right now when I turn my back. There's cliffs right there. A big fucking river that separates Iowa and Nebraska, the Missouri. Came to this peaceful scenic area because it's pure energy here. No bad city vibes, people, whatever. You already know the whole scene of fucking society. So maybe I should talk about the first time I've ever done DMT. This is very weird. Okay, so I was at work. Got off at like 11 o'clock. This was a couple of years ago, I think, like 2 years ago maybe. Well, I got off of work and I texted this, my friend. I haven't seen him in a while, actually years. I just recently bumped into him, gave me his phone number, told me to hit him up. So I did. I shoot him a text and I went to go buy 4 tabs of Lucy. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And me and my bro, we used to work at the same place. And we got off of work, drives me over there. I was gonna pick up the tabs. And we were just smoking wax because I was like, you know, just catching up, smoking, doing human things. He ends up texting one of his friends. He asks him if he has ketamine. And the guy's like, yeah, I have ketamine. He's like, but I also have DMT. And my friend that was hitting up his friend, he was like, oh my God. And he's saying this to his girlfriend that's sitting next to him. He's like, this guy has DMT. And she's like, cool. She didn't want to try it though. And I'm just sitting here smoking, whatever, chilling out. And he seemed so intent on trying it. And he told the guy, okay, bring it over. So in my brain, I didn't even ask this dude. In my brain, I was thinking like, if there's enough, I'm gonna ask this dude when he gets here if I can have some. I think I heard him actually say, there's only 2 capsules. And he bought one, and I bought the other one. We're waiting for this guy. He said it'd be like an hour. Well, we go to the store, get some drinks, whatever. We come back, the time has passed, more time has passed, and he shows up. And it's probably about 1 in the morning by the time this guy shows up. He shows up, we get it, and my friend, he says he wants to go first. He has this little dab rig, and we go to the porch. Everyone goes to the porch, I guess, to watch what was gonna happen. Nothing was gonna happen, but we were just gonna, you know, be there for when he got out, ask him how it was. And he goes to hit it. He does hold it for not too long, it doesn't seem, but then he blew it out. You could see he got a hit, but he kind of did this. He had this kind of a look. I don't know if anything happened. And then we're like, oh my gosh, what? I was like, what the fuck? That's so weird. And I still have mine, so we go inside at this point. Me and this dude, he looks at me, let me know whenever you're ready. And we sit down. I'm grabbing for the rig. My hand is shaking like, oh, I'm shaking because I'm nervous. And this guy, he says, you know, just take your time, go at it when you feel like it. So I did wait for 5 more minutes. All this time is built up for 5 more minutes. This whole time they were watching television. You know, TV's playing, life's going, time is going by. And I'm locked in this certain time frame. And, you know, 5 more minutes, I think to myself, and I'm gonna pick this up. I got this vibe, kind of, that was like, I wasn't afraid of it anymore. I wasn't nervous. And my whole trip probably lasted 7 minutes. I hit it, I held it all for like 45 seconds. And as soon as I blew it out, if you could imagine glass sliding doors, the frame of it, where they intersect, I seen this face form and it was like grinning like crazy. I was like, oh, this is gonna happen. This happened, this was like half a second as I was blowing it out, like, and the smoke formed into some crazy pattern. And I just thought like, oh, I should lay back now. I felt my entire body powering down like, and I just melted. And as soon as the back of my head hit the back of the couch, I closed my eyes and like, this is what I saw. I was pulled through like this tunnel, but The tunnel was, if you can imagine, like, the shape of your intestines are all wrapped around each other and fucking in a mess. That's what the tube looked like, and I was the entirety of the tube. I wasn't flying as a point through the tube. I was a yellow liquid energy flowing through the tube. Like, at all of its spaces, I was, like, filling the tube, but pumping through it. This was me. I was the yellow energy, and I was sucked through my body up into this intestine tube thing above my head. This is weird to recall. It happens very fast. The inside is where I am at. The tube is like the glass surface that contains me, right? Or whatever, if you can visualize this as a structure. And on the outside surface of the tube, all over on every bend which way, there's these things, like beings, and they have pedals on their feet and on their hand that are connected to the tube. And there was like 100 of them. And they kept pedaling with their hands and feet really fast, pumping me through this tube. Like, I don't know, it was fucking weird, like so weird. I could not make any sense of it. I was kind of panicking, like, oh, what the fuck? I opened my eyes. The whole room just like crunched in front of me like a ball. Like, my whole field of vision, it just like turned into like, it looked like I was looking at a sphere of everything. I saw the tree outside and it just connected to everything in front of me. And I was like, oh shit, this is good. I closed my eyes. Things started coming at me very fast. Like, it seemed like there was like 5 entities, and they were made of light. They were kind of blurry. They were really hard to pay attention to, but they were getting up in my face, and like, it was worrying me. So I was getting anxiety really bad. This is probably a couple minutes into the trip. I get this weird anxiety, like freak out and like open my eyes, and you know, the whole room sets back and you know, time and everything's moving. And I close my eyes because I get this feeling to close your eyes. Like, as soon as I closed my eyes, I had the most overwhelming, calming feeling hit me. And in front of me, in this space, a light entity, something so clear and something so beautiful that if I practiced for 20 years straight computer generating images, I could maybe accomplish 1/10 of 1% of what this thing looked like. It looked like a billion light pixels with their own like color, but they were all in perfect like balance, and it was perfectly set color. Like, it all blended, all of color blended, but you could see every color, but it was all one light. And she was this swirling vortex out of her chest that started, and it was a singularity. It spiraled out of her and it came towards me and it connected at my third eye. This being, she was made of light that was emerging from her chest that spread out all over her, or like her clothing was part of her. It was a dress that was flowing and beautiful, and all the light was moving and it was ticking. She told me through this connection into my third eye, not even like, I wasn't even hearing it. It was like I was hearing it in my mind, and she told me, you're gonna be fine. Everything's all right. You just took a substance, a drug, and you're gonna be cool in a couple minutes. Try to enjoy this. That's when I was like, what the fuck? Mind blown to a complete fucking state of craziness. I'm in this state of just trying to piece together that whole like contact. This is where it gets very fucking weird. This is why all the rest of the story had to have been in this video. So as she tells me that, like, the trip's ending, so it's kind of doling down, boop, 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 and she's falling back into, like, she's falling back upwards like this, phasing. I get back into my body. I literally feel it, like, clicking in. All my friends, they're just watching TV, you know? It's only a couple minutes have passed. The very, very first thing I hear after she tells me this message, as I'm coming out of it, the first thing I hear is the television. And I get into my body, and the first thing I hear, and this lady, she's reading this note, "You are never alone." And as that message came through the TV, "You are never alone," she was waving goodbye at me, and her arm would trace. And she wasn't really like a body. I don't know how to explain it, but I could tell she was waving goodbye at me. To make this even more crazy, after that, the television telling me that, it also said a lot of very personal things. Like, weirdly enough, it said a lot of very personal things about me, this show. And then, I don't know if it was in the show or like in the trip, that I heard this, but it was like a heavy boom, like a dramatic, like, oh my god, holy fuck. I just the first thing I said was, holy fuck, like, what the fuck? I grabbed my face and I was like, oh my god, did that really happen? It's fucking weird. I couldn't piece it together. Crazy thing enough is this guy that brought this, he gave me 2 free gel tabs and I tried them the next day. I'm chilling out and then I remembered this message from some fucking other dimension that I cannot reach right now. And it said that I'm never alone. And I remembered that and I started seeing faces everywhere, god damn it, everywhere. I saw faces everywhere for like a month. Only when I smoked weed. Ugh. God, that shit is feels so good to get out. Oh my god. Thank you for listening, guys. Hope you sticked with me. I love you guys. You're great.